How's it going, everyone? So today I want to talk about the best exercises for pull-up strength. Before we begin, please subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already. I do appreciate the support. It helps my channel grow. Also, if you're interested in online personal training or buying some cool fitness gear, have a look in my description box. So I see a lot of technical errors made with the pull-up. So I will show you guys some exercises that you can use to get your numbers up for the pull-ups if you're looking to increase the number of repetitions or looking to increase the weight. Before we begin though, I want to talk a little bit about the pull-up. So I see this all the time. People make a very common error, and it's before you even perform the pull-up. So what you want to do is you want to be activating the back muscles before you do the pull-up. So what you can do is you can do what's called an active hang. So I will show you guys what this is in a bit. I will talk about it first. So when you're doing an active hang, you're just basically allowing your shoulders, everything to kind of just sit at the bottom, your lats, everything, you're just hanging there, right? So when you're doing this, what you want to do is you want to do what's called back depression, or you can call it shoulder depression. So all you're going to do when you're performing this, I will show you guys, is you're going to stick your back, you're going to put your back or your shoulders back, and then you want to depress them. So you want to put them back and down. So what this will look like when you're doing the pull-up, you guys can see on my back, you see how you're doing the pull-up, you guys will start here. Most people will just do their pull-up like this. Well, you're not really activating your lats and you're not really feeling it. So when you do shoulder depression, watch what happens to my back. Watch what happens to my scapula, you guys. Your scapula is your shoulder blades. So watch what happens. You guys see that? You see the shoulder depression? So we're going back and then we're depressing. So back and then down. Right like that, I have instantly activated my lats by doing that depression. So from the front, it'll look like this, back and then down. You see how I've just tightened my lats by doing that? So back and then down. You see that tightening of my lats? That's called shoulder depression. You should be doing this every single time you perform a pull-up. You have got to use your mind-muscle connection. Another tip that I will give you is make sure that you don't pull with your biceps. So doing the chin up, the pull up, a lot of people, they'll do the movement with the biceps. So how can you get that mind-muscle connection to use your back? Because I hear subscribers telling me, I just feel it in my biceps. I never feel it in my back. A great tip, a great cue that I have for people is to put your elbows in your hips or your pockets. So imagine putting your elbows, imagine right now I said put your elbow in your pocket. So you're going to do this, right? That's the same thing you want to do with a pull-up. You want to put them in your pocket. So you will feel the muscle working because you're using your back. You're not actually using your biceps. Because believe it or not, even if you're doing a pull-up, you can actually work your biceps more. A great example is just watch when you're doing the pull-up. See the contraction in my biceps? There's not really that much contraction because I'm using my back muscles. See that? See how my biceps aren't really flexing? Now watch when I try using my biceps. See how they're really flexed? You see that? See how flexed they are? You don't want to be doing that. So put your elbows in your hips and you will actually use your back muscles for what they're supposed to use. Another issue that causes people to be not have a good pull-up number, not do a lot of pull-ups in a row, is that they have a weakness in the brachioradialis. So that muscle is right here. I will show you guys right now. That muscle is this muscle right here. So in your forearm, this is your brachioradialis. So this muscle, again, this one right here, your brachioradialis, you can actually see it a little bit better from here. But this muscle right here, if you have a weak brachioradialis, it's going to make doing the pull-up extremely hard. So what is the brachioradialis? It's a muscle of the forearm that flexes the forearm at the elbow. So it flexes at the elbow, you guys. It's also capable of both pronation and supination depending on the position of the forearm. So again, it's responsible for pronation and supination of the forearm. So what is the best exercise to strengthen this muscle, you guys? And I do these all the time, and I have been doing them for a long time, and it's going to be the hammer curl. The hammer curl and the reverse curl will train your brachioradialis. And again, you can see it right there, this muscle group right here. I'm pretty lean right now, so you guys can see the muscle. And if you guys have a weak brachioradialis, it's going to make pull-ups very hard. So the exercise that I will show you is going to be the hammer curl. Now, not only do you get a crazy brachioradialis, you're also going to get your actual your brachialis, which is this muscle right here. That's your brachialis, you guys. You can see that little ball. It's going to develop your brachialis as well. Now, by developing your brachialis, it's actually going to help with your bicep peak. Believe it or not, you cannot change the genetic shape of your bicep peak. If you have a long muscle belly or a short belly, you can't switch that because of your genetics. But you can increase it a little bit by developing your brachialis, because when this is developed, it's going to push your bicep peak out a little bit more. So you actually get a better bicep peak. So again, the dumbbell hammer curl, you can see my brachialis is extremely developed. My brachioradialis is also very developed from doing these. I love dumbbell hammer curls. I don't see a lot of people in the gym doing them, and it will seriously hinder your result if you do not do them, because it's a phenomenal exercise. It's going to help your forearm strength. It's going to help with the deadlift because you'll be able to lift more weight. It's everything in general. You'll be better at arm wrestling, and you'll be better at gripping people's hands. So that's the dumbbell hammer curl. You can also do the reverse curl as well using a dumbbell or a barbell. So all you're going to do is go like this and simply do a reverse curl like so. And you can use a barbell. If you're using a barbell, it would look like this. And that's another exercise that will really work the brachioradialis. But again, I see a lot of people, they're doing pull-ups, they have a very weak brachioradialis. And your brachioradialis, it's extremely engaged. When you're seeing me doing a pull-up, my brachioradialis is flexed to the max. So when you're doing it, you need to have a strong brachioradialis. Okay, one more thing that I will tell you, and then I'll show you guys the active hang, then I'll show you how to shoulder to press when on the pull-up bar. But body weight will determine your pull-up strength as well. I cannot say this enough. If you weigh 250 pounds versus 150 pounds, that's 100 pounds of difference. Imagine putting on a weightlifting belt and doing 100 pounds of chin-ups with 100 pounds extra added on. It's going to be very tough. Very tough. So for me, when I do weighted chin-ups, I can do 100 pounds added on for 5 to 6 repetitions, and I'm completely gassed after that. I'm 170 pounds right now, you guys. So with 100 pounds on, that would be 270 pounds. My muscles are very developed. Again, I'm not trying to sound arrogant. I'm just trying to make a point here. So if I'm 270 pounds and I'm extremely muscular and developed, and I can only do 6 repetitions, you guys, what's going to happen if a guy is similar that's 240, 250 pounds who isn't muscularly developed and he tries to do pull-ups? He's not going to be able to get even one pull-up, I guarantee you. And the reason for that is because of his body weight. He is naturally adding weight to him because he's naturally heavy. So instead of being a normal guy at 170 pounds, he's 270. So he is actually walking around with a weighted belt. It's actually his stomach, his chest fat, his hamstrings, everything is fat. So you get rid of the fat, and now you're competing with the 150 pound guys, 160 pound guys, 170 pound guys. Body weight alone will be able to increase your pull-up strength by at least 20 pull-ups, no problem. If you weigh 250, 260 pounds, losing weight is proportionate to the amount of pull-ups that you can do. If you weigh 350 pounds and you do not work out, I can guarantee you 110% you will not be able to do 3 complete push-ups. You will not even be able to do 1 complete push-up. I guarantee you that. Guaranteed. Because you have to take into account lean body mass. How much actual muscle do you have? So if a guy's 350 pounds and he only has 120 pounds of lean body mass, well, guess what? 300 pounds, 120 pounds of lean body mass. That's 180 pound weighted chin up that he's trying to do. That's phenomenal. That's very hard to do. It won't happen. So make sure you guys lose weight. You get your body weight to an acceptable level. That's really going to allow you guys to take your pull-up strength to another level. So I want to show you guys the pull-ups, what I mean about the active hang, and what you can do to use shoulder depression to allow yourself to actually perform the pull-up. And then I'm going to show you guys the cue, what I mean about putting your elbows in your hips. So again, what you can do is just imagine putting your elbows in your hips, just your elbows. This is a cue that's going to allow you not to use your biceps when you perform the pull-up. Again, your biceps will be used to some degree because you are using them, but you can make it so it's not as bad. And again, that's the point of the pull-up. We want you guys to be feeling the actual muscle group when you are doing it. You don't want to be feeling your biceps, like you don't want your biceps to be destroyed. You want to actually feel it in your back. So I'm going to show you guys the active hang right now. I do apologize for the lighting. I will be getting a professional lighting kit right away, you guys, to make the videos a lot better. So basically an active hang is just hanging from the pull-up bar. Now watch what I do when I shoulder depress. Watch what happens to my back. That's shoulder depression, you guys. I have just depressed my shoulder and I have contracted my lats. So now I do my pull-ups and now I'm putting my elbows in my pockets, and you guys can see I am actually using my lats and it feels phenomenal. All the pressure, everything is on the lats and nothing. I don't really feel it that much in my biceps, but your biceps will be getting used because you are contracting them at the top. So your biceps do get work no matter what. But using these cues, again, elbows in your pockets or elbows to the hips, and then doing shoulder depression when you start. So again, you guys can see what happens when, again, I put my shoulders back, my scapula comes back, and then I depress it down. You guys can see the difference. So I will show you guys one more time what I'm doing with the shoulder depression. So shoulders come back, and then I depress. So just like that, you guys. Phenomenal, phenomenal. So end the video. Hopefully I helped you guys out how to increase your pull-up strength. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like the video, share it, follow me on Instagram, DylanBerg999. Thank you. I appreciate your guys' support.